No clear path in Congress to avoiding shutdown. First read. MSN. Outlook. More autos. My MSN. Video. Careers and jobs. Personals. Weather. Delish. Quotes. White pages. Games. Real estate. Wonderwall. Horoscopes. Shopping. Yellow pages. Local edition. Traffic. Feedback. Maps and directions. Travel. Full MSN index. Bing. NBEnews.com. Today. Nightly news. Meet the press. Dateline. MSNBC. Breaking news. Newsbeam. Home. U.S. World. Politics. Business. Sports. Entertainment. Health. Tech. Science. Travel. Local. Weather. Advertise vertical line ad choices. Recommended. Wall Street remains highly unpopular 5 years after crisis. Recommended. First read minute. Back to the boring stuff. Recommended. No clear path in Congress to avoiding shutdown. Recommended. First thoughts. Back to domestic politics. Heater.top_heater background image. URL http://cdn.lib.newsbeam.com/chrome/firstthread/images/header.jpg $10,529 footer.links background image. URL http://cdn.lib.newsbeam.com/chrome/firstthread/images/footer.jpg. The first place for news and analysis from the NBC News political unit. Follow us on Twitter. About this blog archives email updates follow on Twitter. Subscribe to RSS. 276 comments. Print. Updated. 17 hours ago. No clear path in Congress to avoiding shutdown. By Michael O'Brien, political reporter, NBC News. Congressional leaders in both parties made clear there is no clear path forward in avoiding a government shutdown in just over 18 days. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, D. Nevada, tells reporters that he feels sorry for Republican House Speaker John Boehner because of Tea Party influence. Lawmakers appear as far apart as ever on reaching an agreement to fund the government past the end of September, after which all but the most essential government services would cease for lack of money. Though Congress has been aware for months of the need to reach an agreement to sustain funding past September 30th, consensus has been as elusive as ever. Shutting down the government, obviously, is what the majority of the Republican caucus wants to do in the House. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, D. Nevada, said Thursday. Advertise vertical line ad choices. That comment came after House Speaker John Boehner, R. Ohio, admitted Thursday that he was not sure how the GOP would proceed after the Republican leadership shelved legislation to continue government spending after facing defections in their own ranks. There are a million options being discussed by a lot of people. When we have something to discuss, I'll let you know, Boehner said at his press conference late Thursday morning. Republican House Speaker John Boehner comments on the upcoming deadline to avoid a government shutdown. The differences between the Democratic Senate's budgetary preferences and those of Republicans who control the House aren't the only issues at hand preventing an agreement. Just as important is the internal GOP divide over whether to use the September 30th deadline or a deadline several weeks later involving the debt ceiling to force a showdown over President Barack Obama's signature healthcare reform law. Throughout the August congressional recess, a group of hardline conservative lawmakers turned against fellow Republicans, demanding that Congress not advance legislation to fund the government unless it also defunded Obamacare. Most Republican leaders have called this tactic unrealistic, since the Democratic-held Senate won't take up the legislation and Obama is sure to veto such a proposal. Republicans thought, though, that they had found a way out of the jam. The GOP leadership in the House had crafted a bill to fund the government through December 15 and also defund the Affordable Care Act Obamacare. Through a bit of legislative craftwork, the House bill would have allowed the Senate to strip this provision and send the underlying extension of government spending onto the president, without having to take another vote in the House. But conservatives balked. The Club for Growth called the move agonic, and staunch conservatives like Representative Just in a Mesh, R. Michigan, derided it as a hocus-pocus plan. Because no Democrats were expected to support the plan, and because it became clear that Republicans lacked